Hi, my name is Lou. I'm 38. I'm from Wilmington, Delaware, and my addiction is alcohol. Growing up in a toxic house with brothers in and out of jail, sisters doing whatever they want to do, it became very lonely, very depressing, very anxiety. Didn't know what to do myself. As the time grew and I grew up, I became very independent, very street, on the streets all the time, um, just doing me. At the age of 13, I picked up my first bottle. Um, at a house parties, I was always at house parties doing what I wanted to do. There was no structures, no rules, no nothing. Um, Picked up my first bottle at the age of 13, went to house parties. From there, I never let the bottle, I never stopped drinking. Anything I can possibly grab, I did. Anybody can buy me anything, I gave them the money to do it. From there, I went to high school, tried to finish high school, didn't really fit in, didn't know nobody, didn't wasn't trying to hear nobody and hear like just didn't talk to anybody. Did what I did. I started getting heavy on drinks more and more. Came to the point where one of the liquor stores knew me very well, let me buy my own bottles, didn't need nobody. It was easy to grab, just paid them off and it was good to go. From there, I kind of stopped drinking. I started slowing down as I seen some friends pass away on some things, some weed, some coke, some crack. So I started slowing down. As I was slowing down, I met the father of my kids. We had a great relationship at the time in the beginning, and then after we had a baby. After our first baby, postpartum depression hit, and the bottle, I started picking up the bottle again. In the meantime, I was picking up the bottle. I was also being abused, getting hit by brooms, slapped against the wall, choked. Whatever he can do, he did it. Um, I kept doing excuses after excuses. He was gonna change, never changed. He stopped hitting me after about 4 or 5 months. My daughter started growing up. She started seeing the marijuana on the table, the abuse, and I was like, I can't do that. Um, I grabbed her stuff, my stuff, and I ran away. Unfortunately, didn't stay too long. Didn't last long at all. I came right back to him. A couple months went by. Everything was okay. The abuse started again. I would just coat myself. I went numb. Never really told anybody. Didn't say anything to anybody. I just isolated myself from everybody. I know I couldn't drink anymore like that because I had a daughter I had to take care of. Um, so it was hard for me to cope on not drinking, but taking care of her and being abused at the same time. Um, 10 months, she was 10 months. I found out I was pregnant again with a set of twins. Didn't know exactly what to do. My daughter was only 10 months, and I'm bringing two more into a life that I struggled in financial, jumping house to house, didn't have a steady place for these kids, was in a bad relationship, didn't really want them to see that anymore. So after my twins was born, I ended up packing up again and I left to a shelter. That was okay for a while, and then he found me. As I was trying to walk to the shelter, it was a convincing of he was I'm gonna stop. He want to take care of these girls. We was gonna do this. We was gonna do his family. Again, I was like 20 at the time, and I was 22. I believed him. Um, about 3 more years passed by. It was great. We ended up getting married in 2012. I knew I shouldn't have, but it was just the next step. We had kids. We were living together. It was just the next step for us. As I got married, we got married. The abuse came again. This time the girls was bigger, and they see more and more and more of the abuse. Nothing. I really felt like I couldn't do nothing. I was felt trapped. I tried to call for help. Nothing. So I isolated myself again. As the girls got bigger, about like 9, I went back to the bottle, started drinking again. Just I got so bad this time that I couldn't even recognize my own kids. I sat in the car. I didn't recognize my girls. My oldest was like, "What's going on?" Because she was older, she was more knowledgeable, more aware. When I started drinking the second time again and relapse, I really didn't recognize any of my girls. I didn't know who they were, what they were, why was I doing this. The abuse was even harder, worse. Um, to the point where he put me in a coma and got um it was sad because my daughter seen this. Like they knew about it and they seen it. It just got worse. It was more of more bruises, more hand on the throat, black eyes, couldn't open my eyes. Knee got cracked to I couldn't walk for a while. And then I finally told a friend of mine. She got me out. We was okay. I was okay. Stayed out for about 2 or 3 years of the relationship. It was good. Freedom. Felt good. But I felt like my kids needed this father that I knew that he was no good. But because he was a father and I had daughters, and me being a mother and me being a woman and a daughter at the time, I didn't have a father as neither. So I kind of figured they needed him. So started again. Um, my daughters became teenagers. Last time he hit me, I had a son by him. And then the last time he hit me was in front of my son, in front of my daughters, where he choked me and then he spit on me. He rolled the window up in my hand. He left my arm to be broken. Big black and blue marks throughout my arms. I couldn't do it anymore. So I finally got up, the courage, prayed, I prayed, I prayed, I prayed, and got the courage to move. I got my stuff, packed up everything, got a U-Haul. As he was on the streets doing whatever he was doing, I left. I ended up getting an apartment. I got out. And he came and followed. I put all types of restraining orders on him. I had him locked up for trying to break my arm. Um, I was free. I was free. He couldn't come near me. He couldn't come near my daughters or my son. I was free. Um, the message for me to anybody who is in this type of environment, there's a way out. It may take years and months or weeks, but there's always a way out. And I know, I know the pain, I know the sacrifice, I know the questions, I know the certainties of doubting yourself. Um, Even if you have kids or you don't have kids, there's always a way out. I made it. My daughters made it. My son made it. We made it.